Yo, what's going on, boys? Today we did take an L, and I thought the trade was good, but after recapping the market and stuff, listening to other traders that are better than me and my mentor, I understand that the loss I took today was avoidable. So let's go over it. Let's go over what my narrative was. So we're at 929. Okay. So overall, I'm bearish on the high time frame. I want to see ES go lower. I want to see us, take out lows, flip lower, yada yada yada. Maybe not immediately, but just like on the overall high time frame. But this trade, so we have the fib, right? We're pushing up, rebalancing, and we're digging deeper into this leg, rebalancing it to continue to do what we want to do. And in this smaller leg, this 1 hour range, we push up, retrace, we rebalance this push, and then we push up again. And so I mark my fib out from low to high, and we actually tick into 618, and then we reject from the fib. Okay, OTE. So we're bullish, and going into it's kind of a confusing, conflicted bias, but we're looking to push higher going into market open. On the higher time frame for the time being. And we go to market open, and we have perfect equal highs with London High actually. So London High is there, it's a great target. So we're looking for longs, and I actually traded against this bias, okay? So we go into the lower time frames, ignore these levels. Market open pushes up with no manipulation lower. So boom. New York AM, it's looking like we could find a great reversal back to New York AM when structure allows it. We also have this right here, which is the 9 a.m. candle, and it has no wick. And so you want to see those wicks get taken out. Therefore, I keep playing out price action. Nothing really happened so far. We push up, we chop. I'm not looking for a trade in the chop. Boom. We accumulate, and then we manipulate London High. And we also, let me see. We manipulate London High. And we also have a 4-hour gap. Yeah, that we tap into. Taking that, okay? So I'm like, bet. I see that we manipulate a high, we have the 4-hour gap. I draw my fib out. And I see that we have an equilibrium to the range right here. I got a cough coming. So we have equilibrium, right? So I look for some type of rejection, and we push even higher, and then boom, we get this. So I actually short right here. If we go over to MNQ now, you can see my position is right here. This is the exact entry I got. Fuck. I don't know why it's moving. But basically, I waited for the next candle, and then I entered it in this candle. So I saw this as accumulation, manipulation, and a distribution. And hold on, I'm gonna pause it real quick. And I entered right here. Okay. And I think this is safe. I'm not really looking at order flow levels. I'm just looking at what structure is presenting, what it's telling me. But I didn't really look for the fact that this just wasn't enough. I should have maybe, we also had 10 a.m. opening up in 12 minutes. I should have probably waited for more structure, maybe an OTE tap, something like that. This just wasn't enough. It was kind of a pre-fire, and today wasn't the day to pre-fire because we were so bullish. We had such a sharp rejection from the OTE going bullish. We had just bullish structure. We were just pumping up. We had highs above, and also ES. If we go over to ES, it was actually closer to these highs. Previous day high, New York, Asia. It was pushing up, trying to get previous day high, and so yeah, we were just ravaging highs. I wasn't really looking at ES. I wasn't paying attention, and I executed this, and barely any profit before we just shoot up in the drawdown. Like, we didn't have the manipulation lower. We had no manipulation on the hourly, so I was overly confident, but I didn't weigh the pros and the cons good enough, and I ultimately got swept out. And there was another setup right here that people took. They limit ordered the 10 a.m. This was a beautiful setup. I should have rather took something like this. And I think they targeted like a gap or something. They had a conservative TP. It was weird, but yeah, and then we had a lot of time to just chop around, whatever, and then we ultimately ended up going higher again because we generated all this low resistance liquidity, and we ended up just grinding. We didn't end up delivering, so we shot back up. Now I'm thinking we're probably going to reject lower from a higher point, but that is what I took. That is why it wasn't that good. We also had, we didn't even tap into these resting orders, no, but there's a strong level of resting order flow. So I still think we can push lower. I still think price is gonna move down, but I'm gonna leave replay mode. Yeah, it just never gave the perfect entry, and when it did, it didn't get stopped out for a long time and had a break even chance. And yeah, I just pre-fired. I pre-fired a trade on the wrong type of day. You know what I'm saying? So this was cooked, and I'm definitely gonna learn from it. I'm gonna rewatch this. I'm gonna bring up my journal actually, just to show you guys today. And yeah, let's just read through it real quick. So this is my entry, right? Sheesh. If this shit can load. I don't know why the pictures aren't loading, okay, but this is my entry when I sent it into the Discord. 930 doesn't manipulate lower, barely leaving a wick. We push up AMD, sweep, London high, 4-hour gap, and OC rejection lower. But that actually wasn't strong enough because we had draws above, we were pushing higher, ES was going. And this is what, you know, a friend of mine said, a really good trader. I never seen this guy take a loss, to be honest. And he just always catches, like, just swings, right? The highs and the lows of the session. But this is what he was saying. We look so bullish to me. If we had follow up on the inverse, I would take that short. So he was looking for more of like a follow up on it, right? And you can read through the rest if you want to, but that was the end of what he said, of what I copied in my journal. And then I just put, today this short was uncertain. I should look for more structure here. We're obviously bullish. Even though we had bearish targets, we didn't have the narrative to go with it. If you're looking for shorts when narrative is bullish, you need more confluences, better rejection levels, and wait for draws that are, and wait if draws are being hunted. And also, I should have waited for just another retracement, right? If I would have waited for another retracement, it would have been a lot better if we came up. Sheesh. If we did, because we did it here, we got displacement down. I didn't enter on the first move, the first leg. No, I waited for a retracement, or some people did. It tapped into 10 a.m. and then it rejected again, and that did not end up getting stopped out for a long time. Right? It was a way better entry, and it was good. But it was just a choppy day, weird market. So that's it for me, boys. I'm probably going to take another trade in PM session, keep it 1,000 with y'all. But yeah, I'm still looking for a New York AM to ultimately get taken. So that's it for me. And I hope y'all have a beautiful day. Hope y'all traded a little bit better than I did. Today was a really advanced day. It was really complicated for me. But it was a good learning experience, okay? So I'm kind of disappointed, but I'm also not that disappointed. I'm just willing to learn from this. If I do some shit like this again, then that'll be when it's cooked. But if I learn from this, this will be a great day. So peace, boys. Hope y'all have a great rest of your Wednesday. And I love y'all. DM me on Instagram. I respond to them all. If you want to connect and subscribe for more, follow for more raw trading content. Let's go.